Hello, and actually good evening this time around. Yeah, and a kind of weird twist of things, instead of essentially really early in the morning, it is now far earlier in the morning. Actually, I guess it's only a few minutes into technically being a morning at the moment. But anyway, I might as well continue on with this thing. Suddenly the entire schedule for the day kind of shifted itself on its head. So, through the assistance of an absolute crapload of coffee, let's go ahead and get this going. So, I updated their skills a little bit. Essentially, this guy right here finally has Berserk. That only took forever, and he finally has Augment Earth. I don't know why exactly I missed that before. Also, would be nice to have this guy's skills going up a little bit faster, but I suppose he hasn't done a fantastic job of staying on his feet for very long, so we'll see how that goes. At least he's got some levels now, you know? Passable. Now, Chrysero... Yeah, this is the one with the one where they capture friggin' Pimp Knight as a scout. Alright, let's go ahead and pop Aerosol in here. Yeah, archers are going to be necessary. Alice, I don't see being terribly useful here. Probably replace Yozian with Felicia. Yeah, 3 should work. You know what? I'm thinking for this one... This can potentially be one of the tougher ones, so we're actually going to take out the rookies. Put in more ranged units. Yeah, that sounds good. Train up the rookies later, just because with this one, basically the knights were already just ridiculously tough before. But this time around, well, actually, crap, looks like we got a rain map, so that's a bit of a bummer. Also, yeah, he's just over there with his old sprite right now. He's gonna lose his helmet over the course of the next few minutes, and that's fine. So yeah, they're all just sitting around in the rain like, yeah, no, he's totally gonna show up at this port town. This just poor random bastard, just scouting around in armor like a genius, is, yeah, they kind of captured him. You think they kind of would maybe know a little bit better? We have a scout in plate. Yeah, this makes sense. Just like walking around clanking all over the place. Which I guess, to be fair, when you actually pick him up, he's... I think he comes with a Brigandine or something. No. If you're 25 plus, I think he comes with a Brigandine. Before that, he comes with chain. So, even still, you know, it kind of makes some tinkling noises. But at any dang rate, these guys aren't terribly bright. On the plus side, we've got an octopus, though. So, potentially, can make some amazing stuff happen using these 2 bodies of water. Yeah, actually, no, that's going to work out pretty well, I think. If I can have at least one of them... it's like a 3 jump. Maybe not. Because I've essentially got, well, potentially 4 units I can use for blockading. So, this map right here, and this fight in general, they don't have a tendency to like using this top route, and if they're up here, they're pretty much exposed anyway. In most cases, it ends up bottlenecking right here. Now, one option is essentially to put 2 of them right here, but then you're not getting much damage, and if they end up getting their other units over here, then you're kind of in a ranged race, which, in this case, given that it's raining, and given that I have more of them, that might be the way to end up going with this. Have the 2 octopi go around the top and have the 2 knights blockade in here. Actually, probably have Voltaire and Felix blockade this because they're the 2 tankiest right now. Maybe have, what's your name again? Wolfston. Maybe have him circle around the right. Try to flank over here with the archers. And then have the 2 octopi take up there. You know what? I think I'm going to do that. Because one other option, like the ideal damage option as far as I see it, is to essentially have 2 very tanky units right here, 2 semi-tanky units right here, and then just like range support all throughout here, with a couple light units just kind of running around to deal with any kind of flanking type situations, which Usually won't happen because they don't like using this route over here. Never get bogged down on this little bridge. This thing is horrible. Anyway, back onto stuff. So let's go ahead and move you over here. If you move over here, just have them move quick for now. Gonna have Discount Warren over here go and probably throw out some stuns. Probably first target will end up being that Berserker over there. There's two Knights I'm expecting to last a while, and then that one I'm just expecting to get friggin' eaten by the little Cthulhus over there. We'll see. But I think Denim and Wolfston can probably handle the left flank, which is a little bit confusing in this case because it's inverted. Unfortunately, also because there's rain, we have joyous lag. And by the way, this is on version 1.01, so this is, as far as I understand, the best it's really going to get, at least with my setup here. I still don't know why it sometimes does it, but then again, I've been saying that for like 200 friggin' parts of this, so meh. Hell, I've been saying that over and over before even starting with the One Vision stuff. So it's an interesting story. Lately, I've been kind of going and comparing three different things side by side, just mostly because like my kid has not been wanting to sleep very often, so more often than not, I just end up going and sitting on the couch with her on my shoulder, like, please, just sleep, you know. Turn the brightness on the Vita all the way down, and it has basically a thing that it's going to put anyone to sleep. So when she's refusing to calm down or anything else, we're just kind of sitting there playing all kinds of different games and whatnot. And again, you'd think... here's the funny part. You'd think that the first thing would be, oh, you know, it's a bright light, it goes and wakes them up. But yeah, if you ever see a Vita and turn the brightness all the way down, apparently the very lowest setting is just like the ambient go-to-sleep setting, because it will make you want to sleep very quickly. So, at any rate here, actually, you know what, let's probably see about dropping some poison on these knightly fellows. Yeah, there we go. Might do a little bit more usefulness than anything else. I'm probably going to have him retreat and rely on extends in a little bit here. Yeah, he's going to go get his ED medication. But, back on track. So yeah, I've been trying out a bunch of old games, and it's it's just interesting to see the approaches to like epic war stories from so many different series. You know, going through this one, and you know, it's like everyone's got all their plots and motivations and everything else, and like everything is all grim, everyone's backstabbing each other because realistically they don't have much of a choice. You know, that kind of usual gritty, realistic, this is how life works kind of thing. You know what I just realized? I pulled a dumb here. The reason this spot works so well in vanilla is because they end up getting jump down the line. So now that knights actually just innately come with it, and everybody comes with their extra crap, they can actually make this jump right here. Alright, well, somebody's gonna have to plug that gap, because right now we're just completely open to flanking. Oh well. We'll deal. Okay, Wolfston, how would you like to run up and perhaps distract any flankers? You'd love it, you say? Fantastic. Go ahead and get punched. But yeah, so it's funny because, like, okay, in this one, it's like all low fantasy kind of stuff. You're generally not seeing a whole lot of crazy things. As far as, like, most of the problems are just, like, purely human problems until you get into, like, post game, and then you're getting into all the weird mystical crap and all that. So, it's really awesome in that regard. So at the same time, mentioned before, but recently, for the first time, got, like, really into the Sudoku series, or Sudoku. I was called, like, Sudoku, like, Sudoku or whatever. I know there's, like, just a bunch of wrong pronunciations, who even cares? Long story short, it's like, it's the very Asian kind of take on what this is, in a way. The setting is similar. Like, overall, I'd say a lot of the stuff is similar because it's a similar setting of, you know, it's like essentially a person coming from nothing that essentially gets swept up into leading an army against the Empire and all that sort of thing. Like, whereas here, it's, you know, they're basically starving, getting screwed over all, like, left and right, and it's like, it's the reasonable thing to do and all that. And over there, you start off in kind of a similar scenario, except they're part of that empire, more or less, and then get pretty much outright backstabbed in the most obvious manner possible. To which case, because it's, you know, it's a JRPG, the first thought is, oh no, there must be a misunderstanding, we gotta go talk to them. You know, the usual kind of, no, peace and kindness will somehow prevail in the end kind of mentality. But, so anyway, it's a little bit funny when that kind of stuff happens. Like, don't get me wrong, friggin' adoring that thing so far. Like, as far as impressions to a series go, it's been... wow is the only word I have for that there. It's, been a lot more than I was expecting there. But yeah, similar idea of, you know, a bunch of atrocities end up happening and all this war breaks out and everything else. But it's... what I was trying to get at here is... where they went with the main characters. Like, in this one, right, they start with... essentially start as what they think is nothing. And then over time, you know, they essentially build up their reputation, end up getting an army and all that. And then finally, by the very end, they find out, you know, they were... dang it, Wolfston, you're the unluckiest bastard ever. Swear. But yeah, so then finally by the end, they're like, oh, you know, turns out you're a king or whatever after all. So that's nifty. And, you know, generally it doesn't change the character that much. But, you know, they go through quite a big journey there. Which is funny because this... to compare the journey in this, like, okay, so they, you know, they start off with those relatively small conflicts, and then their big turning point is obviously the whole Goliath fight. At that point, you know, they end up either becoming just not necessarily cold, but kind of understanding of the horrible stuff that they may need to do in order to get some sort of semblance of peace in the world, or it goes the other way, and they're like, you know, like completely fed up with all this kind of nonsense over here, you know, there has to be some better way to fix it kind of thing. And so, either way they wind up brooding, you know, that's... oh man, bye Voltaire. Well, I mean, I guess he's still functioning as a blockade, I just can't really do anything with these guys mucking about everywhere. Could be going a little bit better. Actually, come to think of it, this is the guy I need to kill off, right? Alright, hang on. Quick, quiet moment here while I... let's get rid of you. Dang it! Bringing an invincible Viking over here. He's not really a Viking, whatever. Details, details. Alright, you need to heal up your soldier. But okay. So, on the Sudokan end of things, right? So they wind up essentially on the bad guy side, more or less. They decide to go and try to meet up with those bad guys and clear up the misunderstanding of the whole attempting to murder them thing and, you know, kind of counter-murdering a bunch of their own guys. You know, there's really no talking your way out of that one, I feel, at that point. It's like stuff has gotten a bit too far for, just going up to that same guy that just tried to do that and saying, hey, you know, this was a whole big misunderstanding, maybe let's not. But yeah, no, that's the kind of... They felt like they needed to double down on that kind of situation. Oh man, these guys' boulder damage is pretty darn significantly low at this point. It's gotten lower in a few patches, but I never really realized just how low it had gotten. At any rate. So their whole big journey thing is essentially one big flop for quite a while. Like, they lose and lose and lose and lose and lose and lose and lose, and, like, literally you see multiple towns get burned down as they show up at each of these places, and they're like, no, we're gonna try to help this time, and they get friggin' wrecked, because they can't do anything, because they're, like, a bunch of kids or whatever. And the only help they're really getting is essentially like a bunch of mercenaries that don't really seem very good at mercenarying, because I don't think anybody ever pays them. But oh well. Point being, they lose over and over until, just like, pretty much out of nowhere, they decide to follow a random child into a shrine. Then they're like, hey, so what would be really nifty for you guys to have? And they're like, oh, you know, it would be good for War Stand or whatever. They're like, so cool thing here. We might have some of that in stock. You know, maybe we'll go ahead and share some of that with you. And then they get their friggin' rune powers or whatever. And one of them gets ridiculously good healing stuff, and the other one gets really good offensive stuff. And then they don't mention the catch that they're supposed to eventually murder each other. So that's supposed to be like the whole crux of the story, more or less. Alright, hang on. Quick break here. Wolfston is gonna retreat because he's not doing very great. Because his level defense hasn't quite kicked in yet. But alright. So, long story short though, in this story, they wind up being a figurehead for a little while, but then over time they transform into like an actual leader and all that. They go from being a mascot to either being hated or being hated even more, to eventually just kind of having this whole redemption story where, you know, they finally end up becoming either, worst case scenario, they become a leader, best case scenario, they put somebody else that's far better as, you know, as an official leader, more or less. I mean, like, overall, I think, quite frankly, this character arc seems to be better just in terms of believability so far, but it's just kind of funny because the whole idea of the writing and all that ended up coming up in the discussion yesterday. It's like, I don't know, I was just thinking about how their arcs went, and just kind of cracked me up, because in this other one, as I understand, I'm like 75% of the way through the story at this point. I'll be frank, have completely not been able to predict any of the friggin' plot twists so far. Like, the major ones anyway, except for some of the early ones. They've gotten more and more obtuse as time has gone on, and I should have used her to heal. What the hell am I doing? Being half asleep while completely cracked out on coffee, that's what I'm doing. But like 75% of the way through the thing now. This is a character that has basically gone through, let's see. You know, I probably should be taking out the weaker notes here. Bad decisions all around. Oh well. Push him back a little bit. Do some extra damage. But so, very start, they see multiple towns burned down. There's like a bunch of friggin' war crimes happening right in front of them. So you'd think they might be, you know, a little bit more... I'm sorry, cat, can I help you? I just came up and started rubbing up on my laptop's fan. Like, I need to make this thing choke. But okay, so they start off that. You'd think, you know, that would maybe change them a little bit. Like, no, they're still being a little kid, basically. Like, alright, they find out they get friggin' superpowers or whatever. Think that would change them? No, they don't change whatsoever. Like, okay. They basically just fought a friggin' vampire or whatever and stole his castle. You think that's gonna change them? Nope. Doesn't change them whatsoever. And they're like, okay. What about, I don't know, like, all-out war breaking out, having several wars take place all over the place, having that war end, then having a zombie apocalypse, then taking care of that. Maybe some of that? It's like, no. They're still the same meek little kid, for Christ's sake. Like, I've liked a lot of the writing in it and all that, but man, what happened with that kid never stopping being a kid? Like, in this one, you see them go from essentially you know, they're kind of unsure about themselves and whatever else. To just by the end, they're like, whatever, you know, whatever has to be done, it has to be done. And now when it's been a lot of not that. Like, okay, and again, please bear in mind, I friggin' adore both of these so far, but there was one moment in particular, right? This is after several wars, after the friggin' zombie apocalypse there. And there's a guy that has been essentially just, like, talking trash for quite a while. Like, literally just goes up and accuses the guy, accuses the protagonist there of being a traitor. Over and over and over, publicly in front of a bunch of people, and the only options were either silence or just a meek, oh, you know, I don't know. You know, like, somebody else was assassinated right in front of me, but no, I'm gonna pretend to just be too shy to answer and look guilty. Like, really? You literally just, like, fought a friggin' psychotic warlord of, you know, despot guy, like, one-on-one, just, like, hours before that. Or, no, actually, no, he passes out a bunch, so I guess technically just, like, a few weeks ago, whatever. I should be really focusing on disabling some of these guys. Well, this might be one fuss or cluck of losses, but we'll deal. It's still very winnable. But yeah, so, I don't know. I don't know why they decided to make the guy so meek. It's jarring. Very jarring. Because it's supposed to be like your self-insert character. And so far, I'd say the last maybe 5 hours of the thing have resulted in a lot of hitting the don't say anything option, because all of the saying anything options were like, I'm a meek little child with an army that's literally right there. You know. Dunno. Again, feels like I'm being super negative on it. Definitely not. Definitely not. It's been one of the most pleasant surprises in a very long time. And honestly, it doesn't even detract that much. But, yeah. Point being, when it comes to heroes' journeys, it's good for them to actually develop into stuff, even if they're a self-insert character, you know? It happens. Although, that being said, self-insert character, kinda would be nice to have a weapon choice. Because I know for absolutely certain I never would have given the main character batons. But, you know, to each their own. Someone might want to give their character batons. I just don't see them being terribly practical in the battlefield scenario, but, you know, whatever. Alright. You club somebody in the back of the head or something, because... Right, why do I still not have anything on you, Wolfston? Club. Alright. Suppose it's time for this guy to go away. Because he's a little bit past our lines here, and I guess now we have some semblance of a line finally set up quite a ways into the battle. Need more coffee. Ah, delicious caffeinated goodness. This is gonna be that video I'm gonna feel retarded at about later. Such is life, though. Such is definitely life. Now, can we put your sorry butt to sleep by chance? Unlikely. Unlikely, unlikely. Not gonna happen. Alright, what about electrocuting it? Would you like some electroshock therapy, sir? No. He has rejected treatment. There's nothing we can do to help him. Right, right. Assassinate him and GTFO. guess at this point... Alright. Hopefully Denim can survive another round on his own. If not, we're a little bit boned, because I do not have the damage to take out this tankiest crap knight. I mean, I guess it looks... Oh, yeah, just give him... I guess he definitely needed that. That's... Definitely. More resilience, that's what he was lacking. Well, alright, I guess that leaves that then. Everyone must die now. Oops. 63, please. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Give my healers a turn. Okay. Now, their archers are going to move. I'm assuming... Right, that far one isn't much of an issue. That soldier's going to be an issue. What can I do here? Piss all, more than likely. Right. Right, first things first, this guy's gotta go. I suppose it's time to get serious about this fight. That guy's gotta go. That's fine, as long as you're hitting people that are still standing, that can be dealt with. That sucks, if that hits, yeah. Alright, that is a loss that did not need to happen. Alright. Miss, please. Dang it. Do not have the time to be wasting heals on people. Right, you don't have a counter, so... Ah, screw you. Smack around this knight. I keep forgetting that this has slow now. They're a black mucus ability. This was just basically an accuracy debuff. Accuracy and water elemental debuff, rather. Now it's slow and just generally amazing kind of stuff. The other one doesn't even matter. It inflicts slow. That's the one that matters. Alright. That knight goes. Mostly because I'm tired of having him completely all up in our bacon here, so next poison tick will kill him. Now... Right. So this is a two-parter here. I want her to be able to take some of the hits here, and I need to evac Voltaire. There we go, he's out of here. Mostly because I want to be able to save some of their lives for later, because they're definitely going to need it. I know I could have potentially saved Wolfston there, but the odds are pretty low. Oh, that is just dickish. Actually, no, the poison should hit first, so we should be alright. Alright, you do that. Block, please. Dang it, some of you guys really need to learn your shields. You already have that. And gonna sneeze. Oh. Wait a second, that thing puts people to sleep now? Never even noticed that? Okay, I wish I had some way to heal up Denim with him. But I do not. I just kinda gotta hope for the best that he does not have that the wizard guy does not have a clear shot on Denim. Nope. I'm just gonna go for the beasts. Who, by the way, are absolutely fantastic for drawing fire. That is due to their relatively low defense and very high HP pools. They have a tendency to eat damage like a, well, thing that eats damage a lot. There we are. Slow. Actually, a little bit surprised that hit. But that'll do fine. Now, why are you not dead yet? Dang it. Go in there and finish this a-hole. Come on now. I know I'm essentially putting him in the line of fire here, but honestly, he still has a pretty decent chance to survive it. Yeah, he's reasonably healthy, so he'll be fine. Can you finish this a-hole? Since he's apparently just getting regen all over the place and not getting his poison ticks anymore. There we go. Alright, at least Denim can take on the soldier by himself. Finish him. Realized that stab with the monk earlier was a bit useless, but for now it's just a retreating fight. It's possible, I'll be honest. You might get sold. You guys have not really held your own this fight. And by Warren. I was really hoping somebody else would get a turn to block him, but that's not likely. Oh, that is dandy. Right, okay. Okay. Solutions. One thing. Okay, that does piss all. Alright, start poking at him. Or just get countered. Also great. These are fantastic options. Possibly can have that octopus take out that wizard. Never mind, he's dead. Yep. I was thinking punch and poison, but sure, a crit works fine too. You guys didn't need any more advantages, did ya? Alright. Here's what I'm thinking. She's gonna go heal Denim. But our main goal is just plink down the leader and try to take down the that archer and that wizard. Other than that, I'm hoping to at least get... I'm hoping that Felicia and Kashwa will be enough to kind of out-heal what they're doing. Because, yeah, that one's pretty inaccurate, although she's gonna just keep hitting those kind of hits. Alright. Good. Great. And frickin-tastic. Okay. Can't get you, can get you. What about you? Almost, but not enough. What about you? Barely anything, barely anything. Yeah, alright. Never mind. Can take out ranged units. That's gonna be the idea here. Dandy! You need more crits. More crits. Every single frickin' hit is a crit. Alright. Come on. Be nice. Oh! Interesting thing, by the way. I was just thinking, knock her into the water. That turns out the reason that wasn't working before is apparently units that can't go... Wait, whoops. Why the hell did that happen? So, apparently, units that can't go in the water cannot get knocked into the water. Just kind of interesting and out there. Okay. Alright, Felix, your new job is to murder the Christ out of these archers. And probably sacrifice yourself in the process. We'll see how that works out. Alright, you ruinate him. At least it hurts. And then retreat to here. Alright, this is just an utter free-for-all at this point. Do you have a kill move? No, you don't. Of course you don't. Please poison. Dang it. That's what I get for not taking it seriously. Please miss. Oh yeah, sure. Come on now. Come on now. Please don't crit. No, you're gonna kill her anyway. Alright, cool. Great. Surprisingly, still possible. Never mind, he's stunned now. Or no, he's stun-proof, so... maybe not. Okay. Here's the deal. Can you stab this a-hole? What about Morb? No. What about this? Please hit. Thank you. Alright. Well, it's something. Would have been nice for him to be able to recover his health, but this'll do. Right, I've got healers coming up, and I want him charging up his points. We're gonna do that. Because we're essentially going to be relying on poison, counters, and essentially just trapping their leader and beating the Christ out of him in order to make this happen. At some point he's going to have a kill move, and hopefully going to have a solution to that when it comes. Whatever. Don't even complain. This is... it'll happen. Hi, Felix. At least you did something. Right. Wow, look at that. Somebody who figures out how to block. Wonderful. You do not need to keep renewing him. His subscription is just fine. Ah. Alright. Okay. Shot. Decent. Alright. Ashwa actually might do pretty decently here. Yeah, sure, you did your part. You took some hits. Good job. Okay. Whatever, I don't really have the luxury to evac anyone right now. What would be fantastic is if some of these poison procs would hit. Yeah. What this might come down to is fighting on that little walkway on the right there. Yeah, sure. Their friggin' procs hit every single time. Is that just how this run's gonna go? Like, provided it doesn't just end here, but... is that really how this is gonna go? Poke. Hopefully Cash will decide to finish him off. Please proc. Nope. No procs. Can't have procs. That's not allowed. Still not allowed. Alright, you heal yourself. Surprisingly, I think this might still be winnable. Especially if Cashwood decides to take out that wizard and archer. Ooh, alright. That soldier's almost gone. The other soldier shouldn't really participate much. Unfortunately, Cash was poisoned, so that's a problem. Right now, they can't... Poison there would have... Alright, you guys need to stop getting friggin' moves. Alright, do they have TPs? She does, but does she have a kill move? No. Alright, gotta risk it. Stab. Another one bites the dust. And then I'm going to need them retreating to the corner. Hopefully she'll be safe from ranged fire now. Never mind. Not safe in the least, because that guy's got some serious movement. No move, that sucks. Alright. Change of plans. She's gonna run out and pull distraction duty to see about letting Cashwell recover a little bit. This is immediately backfiring. Okay, never mind. She got out of it. If she can draw that knight in, please counter poison, please. Why? Dang it, why won't you be nice? Counter poison, come on. Dickery. Utter frickin' dickery, I gotta say. I disagree. This is quite solidly my fault, but alright. He's just gonna heal straight out of this, but whatever. Alright, we need those ranged units gone, but Denham's defense is too low at this point. Right now, as long as those two pull delay duty, something can be done here. Alright, Wither's gone. So at least that's not permanent. Kinda worried that it might be. Alright, how's your kill move looking? Not existent? Good. Mother's Blessing would be really good right about now. Please miss. Alright, at least her poison's gone, though. Please don't crit. Okay. And she's gonna waste a turn on that. Now, please don't use Renewal. Because she is the biggest problem right now. Please poison. Come on! Frickin' poison, what is your problem? Okay, might be the only time Healcraft ever comes in handy. Okay, I need dodge on her, though. Like, if she can counter-poison anybody, that at least... You know, it at least gives some damage ticks that we're doing here, because right now we're pretty much just doing damage mitigation and nothing else. poison. Not that this helps much, but worth a shot. First he'll hit. I was really expecting him to hit and poison, because that's just kind of how this has been going. You suck. Just worse than anything ever. Alright. Fine, we'll deal. Still possible, provided any of my procs hit. Still fine. Actually, come to think of it, I know what I should be focusing on. Alright, so first things first, gotta go link up with Kashua on the left there. This plan right here isn't working, but actually no, that connects. I was wondering, because I thought that this was this area over here was cut off, but he still has a little tile that he can go by. I was thinking there was a possibility for this Pharrell guy to get knocked off and just call it a day there, but no. No such luck. Let's do a major heal. Then we'll start moving left. Or not. Alright. Yeah, of course their frickin' procs hit. Swear. The RNG sometimes is just the meanest frickin' thing in the universe. Alright. Where is your... The stars shine bright. Unexpected treasures like poison every frickin' hit. Well, on the plus side, at least they're... Poison her. Thank you. Good job, Felicia. Alright, good. If she gets knocked to low health and gets forced to run away, that's basically just rip run right there. So, it wouldn't be ideal. Alright, we're gonna go here. Gonna slowly move on down that way so we can protect her from those ranged hits. What the dick is with these 4% dodges hitting? But I can't get a single 25% friggin' poison. Come on. Yeah, you thought XCOM's RNG was mean. Here you frickin' go. Hey, I missed your 65% 4 times in a row. We're not doing that. Okay, so here's the deal, right? That just ruined the plan I was about to mention. Because I wanted Denim to run up and stab that a-hole, but that's not exactly gonna happen now, is it? Go here. She's gonna do her thing. Though really would have been nice if she did a Spirit Surge and just shot him in the face, but okay. We're not gonna do that, I suppose. However, we can end this a-hole right here. Goodbye, Kurtz. Rest and go to frickin' hell. Now, it's not ideal, but her health still shows at about 90%, so it'll work. You guys gonna stay to loot, because why not? Right now, please, Pharrell, do not have a kill move, and do not use it on Denim. That's the deal here. If Denim survives this round, then we can do this. It was a risky move to put him there, but I believe it would have been riskier to do it any other way. He does not have a kill move, so that's good. Thankfully, they're just wasting it on using an Aegis on each other. And I think once it comes down to it, if it's possible to accomplish, what I'd like to do is to essentially just have Felicia punch Pharrell repeatedly until he gets poisoned to death. Because that's just the only way I see killing this guy right now, because I don't want to risk him going and insta-killing Denim. Well, hi over there. Yeah, so, Pug's coughing up a lung in the background. Don't know if that's coming through or not. Alright, please, Cashwood, decide that this means that you are going to go ahead and Spirit Surge someone. Ah, crap. That is the worst. That is the absolute worst thing that could have happened. Okay, and take this opportunity to radio of your archer. Okay, please don't kill her. Ah! Yeah, you perfectly can remain here. Get back here, you coward. Alright. So... Right. Counter poison? No counter poison. Interestingly, though, this wound up perfect. Because they have no ranged capabilities whatsoever. The only unit that they have that can do anything right now is their soldier who's just kind of wandering around. Oh, no, wait, right, they have that jumping ability. Never mind. I was going to say they're stuck on that little island over there, but I guess that didn't quite end up panning out, did it? Oh well. You know, one can dream. Pop you all off. Alright, well, one way or another, what needs to happen here... And by the way, this is just completely screwed if Kira here ends up getting to her kill move. Let's, yeah, we're kind of getting up there. I need an unflankable position, so those two tiles right there, that's where we're moving to. She can hold her own like nobody's business. Hopefully she'll get some counter poisons off. And they seem to love using these antidotes, so maybe we'll be able to slowly chip them down. Now, how close is Felicia to her kill move? Quite a ways. That's fine. Because Felicia is just Lord of the Fist over here, and it doesn't even matter. Alright. So we're slowly gonna move on down. Empowered Beast should work on Felicia, just saying. Poison? Thank you. Thank you! However, that knight definitely needs to die. Unfortunately, it's looking like it's pretty unlikely. Thank you, Felicia, for being frickin' amazing. I don't know if he has death proof. I'm starting to feel that way. No, he should be as poisonable as everybody else. Alright. Thank you. Alright. Well, that gives them 2 debuffs that they now have to worry about. Now he's gonna use this thing. Please miss. Nice 40%. Alright. And if these 2 friggin' survive this, Felicia is MVP forever. I might just go and fire Yosian because we don't need another healer. She is like the god of monks. That's just it. Alright, that does not seem worth it. Except it is. Alright, how far can you move? Right, you can potentially hit her. Actually, alright. No, you go over here. Make sure just Queen of the Monks here stays alive. She needs to survive her weather. Yeah, now it's hitting every single time. Although unfortunately they are also hitting every single time. Keep on migrating. Except go here. Because she has to cover for Denim. Keep his little journey going. And eventual goal is just have Denim right here, have Yosian right... Actually, no. We're gonna have... I think Yosian here, Denim here. Because then even if they climb up this end, there's still stuff that can be done. But they don't have any AoE to speak of. Not sure what we're gonna do once we're out of Mend Leaves, but... it is how it goes for now. Dang. Freaking enough status effects going on. Yeah, she needs her dodge back. He is hurting. No. Finally. Jeez. Actually, come to think of it, might be nice to have a place to knock him down from. Don't know if I have any more dodge items. Dodge. Dodge! Okay, go over here. Please survive. Survive! Okay. Only downside with the strategy is we're... Actually, you know, I probably should have moved her 1 tile ahead. Because then she could have countered 2 at one time. Her spreading around poison would really help around here. Fine. Actually, this is very fine because he can just repeatedly spear poke this guy while blocking. Perfect, because he's isolated himself. The poison should hopefully last as long as his renewal. Hopefully they can't re-renew him. Right. This is why you keep recruit on people, so they can get out of these situations. Because Denim is still a better frontline fighter than Pharrell is, even with his current situation here. Holy crap, this has gone over an hour. Well, it's gonna be a hell of a part, what can I say? Okay, poisoned. Now, to clarify what I say when I'm saying that Denim is a better frontline fighter here, mostly this just means that he's better at hitting and dodging and all that. He's better at raw damage. It appears that they've decided to be weirdly merciful and give us a little bit of an opening here. This fight needs to end, though. That is some tasty damage right there. Yes. Yes! It's winnable. But yeah, not only has this gone over an hour, I really gotta run to the bathroom. Dang it. I don't want to cut it, though, because then it looks like, it's, no, friggin' didn't happen. What about strengthen? Is that gonna do anything for you? Probably not. Might as well. Oh, no. Actually, no, he does like 80. Okay, never mind. What about fortify, just in case, though? And no fortifies. Get dodging then. I think they're out of range for Aegis, so we don't have to worry about that anymore. That knight should slowly dive poison. The other one should slowly... you suck. Fine, prove me wrong. I was gonna say if she can hop down there and slap him off, that might be something. That sounds dirty now that I think about it. It's a better term than being slapped off. Fair enough. Go for that slash. He cannot be stopped, apparently. He also cannot hit. So there's that. Ah, well, I mean, I guess we're doing it this way now. I mean, that's fine. I can still do damage to Pharrell, just use the kill moves on him. I don't suppose you can slash him across his forehead or something? That's worth a shot. This guy right here is what Wither was made for, by the way. Like this kill move from the fist. It would be incredible if that would hit on him, but... Man, you guys are geniuses. Okay. Ooh. Fancy new abilities and stuff. And all of the survival instincts of a bowling pin right now. Thankfully. Man, his damage jumped up pretty significantly with that level. Yeah, most of your damage, like, as far as weapon skills and stuff go, yeah, it's much more noticeable in one vision. You can get some serious jumps. Like, what was it before? Like 30-something? 20-something? 30? Whatever. It's 40 now. Insta-kill? Nope. Thankfully. Sure wanted to be, though. Alright. Heal him. I might just leave this running and just run to the friggin' bathroom, because... hell, it's already over an hour anyway. You might as well just keep on hitting this a-hole. And he can die, and you can collect his loots. So, confirmed, by the way, OTP for this one, friggin' Felicia and Denim, just saying. Yeah, I mean, like, I know the original character they're based on is maybe a little bit on the younger side, but, you know what, so is Denim. Whatever. We'll assume Felicia's older. I mean, she's clearly holding her own pretty darn well. Most of the other healers look pretty old. Sounds about right. Oh. Oh, it would be a shame if all your health disappeared. Oh! Oh no. Well, I mean, right now, I need to get Denim healed, so I guess there's that. But, she just got a frickin' kill move going, I think. Right? Oh, you guys are gonna have problems. A nice 7 you got from renewal there. It'd be a shame if you got hit for a 40. Oh, you know what? Actually, I guess it was with strength, wasn't it? That's why he was doing 40s before. Alright. Finish him. Going for a mighty, so it can't be countered. And it's going to guarantee the hit there, because, yeah, guaranteed hits also guarantee the side effect. So those are nifty. The side effect is death. Oh, Brigandine's worth it. Yeah, you know who's getting that frickin' like amazing new armor that we just got? Frickin' Felicia. For being the best healer in the world. Look at this crap. Friggin' pulling just all sorts of extra shifts here. Damages in her job, doesn't even care. Friggin' held off like 5 people. Like, whatever, I'm just doing my job. Which is everything. Man, monks are just so freaking good in this. Like this right here. You know how, like, in base game you can never pull yourself out of these situations? Yeah, well, there you go. Pulling right the hell out of it, because not everyone needs all kinds of crazy ranges and all kinds of crazy moves. This is good stuff. Like, you know, Q, friggin' what's-her-face here, getting her kill move, and just completely wiping the floor with us, but whatever, you know, hopefully not. Nice. Unfortunately, we are out of all kinds of dodging abilities at this point, but I think these two can fight it out. 2 knights versus a monk and a beastmaster. You get this, eh? Just crap out of here. Block. Like a champ. They're just all this phalanx crap up here. You thought you had a chance. You thought you had a chance, and you thought wrong. Hope this doesn't lead to monks getting nerfed. Discovered one monk can win just entirely by themselves. How about no, you suck? So it's kind of funny though, because, okay, so poison by itself may not seem like the most impressive thing, but every time that I see a mention of, like, you know, poison's bad, why don't we make it better, and all that kinds of stuff, like, it becomes irrelevant occasionally, but honestly, I love it even in its current state. Like, look at this, it's just... Granted, right now, it's doing like 5% of their damage, 5% of their health every tick, but it's more a matter of just, you know, you may have hit 50 or whatever with like a word of pain or whatever. You do poison, and you're essentially doing far more than that just over time, and it, like, it works well, it works only because of how long the fights end up going. So in these kinds of situations, it's amazing! You know, in some other ones, not so much. And it's amazing and stuff like this. Oh man, this can definitely go faster though. I'm literally not gonna end up doing any freaking other thing else tonight, I don't think. Because it is crazy late. I've basically gone over all the time that I would have gone for any of these things. And, it's still not done. Still going. Do I want to do that? Yes, I do. Just gun fist. I like to think that, that kill move is just, like, if you've seen one of those, like, World War II shotgun gauntlets, where, like, they actually have them as one of the, like, the, elite weapons, more or less, in New Vegas. You see, Caesar's guards have them, but they're, like, just a shotgun gauntlet. I like to imagine that's what that kill move is. Like, explosion punch! God, I friggin' love New Vegas. Like, it's funny how they completely... like, just never even managed to have time to get around to fleshing out the Caesar's Legion and all that. And they're still so friggin' cool. Like, man, that is their, like, that's their baseline. Like, that's the lowest that it gets. Man. Obsidian's good at making stuff. Well, crap. I did it wrong. Oh my goodness! Taking all the minutes. Oh, if this crashes now, I will be pissed. Alright, let's speed this up. Not video editing, it's a fast forward button. Somehow. Don't you do that. That's called being a dick. And you are a lady, so don't be a dick. Oh, you know what? Actually, should I just save that for next time? Vin had a really interesting point last time over some of the costumes and their possible inspirations and all that. And the Lady Knight's costume made me kind of wonder if it was potentially related to some Eastern European stuff, because that, especially like Lithuanian stuff, that looks just like one of the like a lot of the stuff that you see people wearing at festivals and all that. Like specifically, there was this festival, what was it, Yonanis, I think it was called. It's just, I believe it roughly translates to Day of the Young, more or less. But it's like a celebration of spring and stuff like that, and it seems also made to try to awkwardly set up couples and stuff. They have a thing like all the guys are supposed to go to the bottom of a river, and the girls are supposed to go and, or the girls are supposed to go and, like, make wreaths and launch them down the river, and then, you know, the right person is supposed to find the right wreath. And, you know, more often than not, I'd imagine that this actually caused more fights than anything. There was just more of a worry of, like, oh god, what if I pick the wrong one? Girlfriend's gonna be pissed and is probably gonna kick me out. Kind of thing, you know? So, I don't know. Traditions are weird. But there was one I particularly loved. Okay, so I haven't been to that many of them. It's like one of these things where I'm supposed to technically know this stuff, but I basically got very briefly introduced to, like, some vague aspects of this culture I'm supposed to know. Mostly just kind of a forced coincidence is what we're going to call it. But there was one really awesome one where you basically, like, you got like tinfoil or whatever. Apparently they used other stuff back in the day. You wrapped up a potato, tossed it in a campfire, and then every guy that was there was supposed to prove they were brave or whatever by jumping over this thing. Now, I used to have really, really, really long hair. Like, we're talking, like, pretty much all the way down my back, almost to the belt kind of thing. Just had a really long mane, more or less. Because, well, essentially, I was a martial artist, a violinist. I was like, screw it. Gotta go for all the stereotypes. And went ahead and did so. But you know what? Actually, here. Let's do this. Because Felicia is gonna finish this. Can I do the honors and punch him in the frickin' dick, I guess? Yeah, sure. You know what? Dude, that was like an epic 2-day battle. Don't even tell me. But yeah, no, so long story short, friggin' did jump rolls over a bonfire. It was friggin' sweet. Ooh, good lord, that was something. Save state, that mess, right now. Just in case it crashes, it's there, it's done. And I'm done with this. I will pick up in this exact spot next time. Double check save state, because I seriously gotta run to the bathroom. Okay, bye.